We live. All right. Shalom, Israel. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Been teaching the truth since 1969. We are under Commander Jenny Yohana. We are here to teach the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans the truth of the Bible. If you have any questions in this biblical law class tonight, please feel free to ask your questions. All right. Feel free to ask your questions. Any question you have, we will answer it. If I can't answer it, which will be a little crazy if I can't answer it, we can definitely pass the question over to the general's class tomorrow night. All right. I'm just trying to look for something here in my notes. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to give y'all a couple seconds. Get your precept books ready. Get your precept books ready. Get your Bible out. You know, in these classes, man, we encourage you to always have your notebook out. All right. I had this book for probably like a year. You know what I mean? I got many books like this at home, somewhere in my car. A bunch of notes, man, I can always go back to and be able to analyze what was being taught to me that day. And especially in these days of times, right? In these days of times, it is very important that we study. It's very important that we are paying attention to what's happening and looking back at the scriptures and understanding what the scriptures said about these times and what we should prepare for. All right. So I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds to get your self together. All right. Think we ready, sir? Think we ready? All right, let's get it. Biblical law class. All right. Tonight, we're going to be speaking about the issues in Philadelphia. All right. In Philadelphia, in pretty much every other city in America or in the world where Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans dwell at, we are cursed. That's the understanding that Philadelphians need to understand, and anywhere Blacks and Hispanics dwell at. We are cursed. In Bucks County, they're allowing ICE to run rampant. Right now, as we speak, ICE agents is oppressing Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans as we speak. All right. In Chicago, we already know it's a Black and Hispanic city. What are they doing? Pulling over random Black people, random Hispanic people. Don't have no knowledge of who they are, what they do for a living. I seen a postal service driver get pulled over, told, put your hands up, ready to draw their weapons, asking them why he don't have all his birth certificate and his social security. He has on the postal service. And you know what they told him? They said, you know, it's a federal crime to impersonate a federal worker. I said, how the hell you going to say that to somebody and you don't even know who the hell they are? You just randomly pulled them over. He's literally a postal service worker. He had the ID and all. What more do you need? You understand what I'm saying? Had him handcuffed in the back of his seat. I think they brought him in also to the facility, asking him a bunch of questions. You understand what I'm saying? Treating him as if he was a criminal. Let me tell you something, man. In these days of times, you better wake the hell up. Black people, you thought that you was free from the white man's oppression with his ICE agents because, oh, well, they only worrying about the illegals. Stupid. We told you that we was going to be the ones that was next. We keep falling for the same tricks. We keep falling for the same lies. And this is the reason why we are at the bottom. We allow these curses to pursue us. When you come, if Philly get in class, get in the ISUPK, let me tell you what's going to happen. When when brothers and sisters get in these classes, guess what's not going to happen? They're not going to get high. They're not going to sell drugs. They're not going to hate one another. Islam been the main focal point this week in the Islamic community because T.K. Kirkland went on a Muslim ran podcast and told a Philadelphian that is a Muslim that he's not a real Muslim and stop saying he's a Muslim because one, he knows who the brother is and he knows that the brother is wicked as hell. And from T.K. Kirkland's perspective on Islam is not what Philadelphia, gives out. You understand? Now, that's not to say Islam is perfect because we're going to break down tonight the evil of Islam and why nobody in Philadelphia should follow it. But all week long, I've been talking to Philadelphians that is Muslim, and I'm speaking on, I'm like, well, y'all can't get mad because your leadership suck. For 2 years straight, Muslims celebrate this thing called Ramadan. If y'all don't know, Ramadan is a bastard or a perverse way of keeping the Day of Atonement. The Day of Atonement in the Bible, we can find this in the book of Leviticus. It was a high holy day for us, where we afflict our flesh. You understand? We don't eat or drink for 24 hours to atone for our sins for that year. Well, Muhammad is, and it's in this book. We're gonna get into it. In this book, this brother went into the records of the early Islam and found out that Islam is a perverse version of the Bible. That's all it is. Go ahead, brother.
Based on what you were saying, we first started off in Spanish, Chicago and stuff like that. North Philly is like Southside Chicago, back, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And West Philly is compared to West Philadelphia, outside of Israel, is more like West Philly. North Philly
Right.
is more like
I get your comparison.
Southside Chicago.
Yeah, and let's get that brother a hand. Because what he's explaining is the same problems that's in Philly is the same problems in Chicago. We all had the same issues. And it always starts from your building blocks. Like when you raise up a child, what are you supposed to teach your child? You can't necessarily, your child ain't going to truly understand the law, statutes, and commands of God. Like they can get a good gist of it over time, but your founding blocks for a child is their code of conduct, how they, their manners, how they treat other people. Well, in Philly, we see children don't have mercy on other children. These kids would literally go on the internet and bash one another. They would fight to the death. Literally, they would fight to the death because we go into these religions. Well, these religions don't teach you anything. It doesn't make you practice discipline, right? Like, again, with the Day of Atonement, a Day of Atonement is an Israelite custom. It's a law. It is a commandment for us to keep the Day of Atonement. Well, in Islam, you only got to fast for what? The sun go down and the sun go up? I think it's probably like, what is like 12 hours? A 12-hour fast? What the hell is that? What is that? When you learn from a bastard, when you learn from a perverted man, because Muhammad was a pervert, you're going to be lost. How can you, like in Philly, we have a strong distaste in anywhere where black and brown people dwell, we have a huge distaste for pedophiles. We have a huge distaste for those that predator at the children. You understand what I'm saying? How are you going to go to a religion, two religions, Christianity and Islam, that was built off of child abuse? Like, this is what happens when we don't understand the truth. This is all that happened. Let me get the book of Deuteronomy, if I could. Book of Deuteronomy 7 and 6. We always bring out the scripture in these classes because it is the foundation of knowledge of the Most High. Because, see, so many people say, what do we need the Bible for? As long as, everybody should be able to walk their own life. No, that ain't what God said. Because, okay, you go off and you go be a Muslim. You know what eventually going to happen? You're going to say out of your mouth, instead of you maintaining discipline, you're going to say out of your mouth, well, I'm not perfect. The religion is. What are you talking about? What is you saying out your mouth? Oh, I'm not perfect. The religion is. You're going to say that when you touch a child. You're going to say that when you sell drugs. You're going to say that when you beat on your wife. Because in Islam, you can beat your wife. If she don't cook your food at the temperature you want, you can say that she's being rebellious and you can smack the Sonic coins out of her head. It's in the Quran. You can back slap the hell out of your wife if she's being rebellious. But when I go inside the Bible, it says to love your wife and not be an abuser. Okay? Like, what are we talking about here? The Quran is not going to save us. It haven't been saving us since we picked it up. Since we was made to serve Islam in years ago, centuries ago. Like, let's get into it, man. Book of Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
The Most High said that we are a special people unto himself. That means that every Black, Hispanic, Native American that you see, you're supposed to tell your child that God chose them to be special. You're supposed to be able to tell your wife and your husband that they are special according to God. That's why, let me give y'all something else too. Watch how you treat a brother or sister, either they poor or rich, because that is God's child. That is God's child. That's why pimps is not respected. You a pimp. You taking this young sister and you know that she has flaws. A pimp knows it. He preys on the girl that been molested all her life, been mistreated by her parents, been abandoned. Yo, man, let me take you into this lifestyle. We can make money. I'll give you the world. Giving her, trying to fill a void, but filling in that void with evil. Now she's getting high. Now she's out of her damn mind. She's turning tricks. I know a chick that got into it. She ain't here no more. She started doing heroin. I tried to tell her before I seen it right when she started trying to do prostitution. I said, hey man, that ain't true. Don't let these cats fill your head with lies, man. Like you special, man. Don't like get your life in order. You get what I'm saying? Get away from these individuals. Well, it was nothing I can do after that point. You can't leave. You can't force nobody to drink water. You understand? They got one drinking themselves. But if you pimp out a daughter of Zion, the Lord hates you. If you sell drugs, it doesn't matter because, and see, in Islam, it's okay for you to sell drugs. In Christianity, it's okay for you to sell drugs because they already on it. Well, if I don't sell it to them, somebody else is going to do what? Somebody in the class. If I don't sell them the drugs, who going to finish my words? Go ahead. Say it one more time. I can't hear you. Well, this the answer. If what Christians and Muslims say, well, I know I sell these drugs, but if I don't sell them the drugs, They want to get high anyway. They want to go to somebody else and buy it from them. I'd rather it be from me. You're a piece of trash. God hate that. You understand? Like you're destroying. And I remember commenting on Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross comment. He got mad because somebody said something on his name, or I guess Rick Ross, the rapper, took his name. And I know he's seen it because I know that my comments get seen a lot. I said, hey, you should not be proud of that effing name that you have. That name had destroyed millions of families across the nation. You have put so many people into a prison cell. Your drugs that you helped sell with the CIA and the DEA, you destroyed millions. And we still affected by the crack era till this day. Do you know that crack was originally made in the 70s in the lab in the West Coast? In the lab of the UCLA, some white man was smoking crack with monkeys. He made crack, smoked it with monkeys, and was like, yo, this is what we need to use to bring down black and brown communities. This is addictive. Look at how the monkeys reacting to this crack. Can you look at how much information? Hold your point real quick. Like understanding the history. I posted this earlier. Understanding history helps you navigate through the future. If I don't teach my kids the truth about history in the past, you know what happens when they go into the world? They can be devoured because people like Donald Trump is trying to take away the truth about America, the truth about black history and white history here in America. It's bad enough they don't teach you who you were before slavery, right? They just tell you was in some mud hut. You understand? Butt naked, not knowing how to wash a shower until white people came. Whole time, white people was notoriously known as the dirtiest people on the face of the earth. Hold your point, brother. You understand? You go back in history, you think that black people, what we do, crime-wise, it don't have nothing on white people. Oh, wait, look, have you looked at the back of your food? They want to call you a criminal. Look at the back of your food and how many chemicals how many preservatives is in that food. Look at what they give the children on the television. We the biggest criminals. We the biggest criminals. Even those numbers inflated because yes, we're the one that we definitely get arrested at a large rate. But you want to also know something? A lot of our convictions get overturned because we didn't get a fair trial. Yeah, we go to jail at a good big number, which shouldn't even be that big, but a lot of cases get thrown out. A lot of cases get overturned. A lot of foul play and a lot of cases get appeals and they win those appeals. Am I lying? So many people have had to come home that serve. I see one brother, he served like 30, 40 years. Oh, he like 70 years old. Didn't have no life. He went to jail. You understand? This brother went to jail. Comes to find out that the detectives, everybody that was on the case, gave him a bad trial. Had to come up into today's time just for him to get the hell out of prison. But black people, we are the biggest criminals. We are the face of crime in America. We are the face of every bad thing in America. But when you start talking about how many children white people touch on a regular basis, how many times, the FBI got to run down on men having child pornography on their damn laptop or their computer on their phone. You do know that that's a thing, right? They do stings. You want to know what those stings consist of? recently, it's been a lot of people, white people, that was in Trump administration, people that were supporters of Trump. This is something recent. Go look it up. Go ahead.
It's not good. 225 people, I read word about it, never word about it. You see that's what
You got to speak up. I can't hear you.
testing crack on the monkeys. You said testing crack, I'm talking about right? Testing crack on the monkeys. Taking crack, testing on the pig, that's the pig, take the crack, and whatever they testing.
I'm good. I got it.
Angry pig, that's what they make, take the crack and test it on whatever crackers is made from, and put it in the crackers. You test it, don't do it publicly, you test it probably with scientists. You know what I'm saying? And you see to your process what happens.
Yeah. So what the brother just was breaking down was just a process that these scientists made, done the process that these scientists conducted when these experiments on the crack era. You understand, which was very detrimental to our community, right? And I'm gonna get back to the scripture because I kind of, I've been women on this whole thing about white culture. But white people live by the sword. They would take away your identity. That's why you don't never let no white person ever make you feel like you're less than. They try to talk about, people so mad about food stamps. Let me tell you something. White people are the biggest recipients of food stamps. The biggest recipients. And then they'll tell you, well, that's because we outnumber y'all. Yeah, and you mother effers are the main recipients of food stamps in America. Don't forget it. That y'all don't always got all the money. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all broke too. But y'all are so damn evil. Y'all will vote for a man solely because he hates blacks and Hispanics. And he will literally put your country into the dirt. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is the stupidity that's in America. You understand? And it trickles down to us. We take on the white man's stupidity. We try to take on his nature. It don't work. We try to take on the Arab identity. It doesn't work. We got to do what the Most High said do. We got to understand what the Most High said about us. And that's what's wrong with Philly. No Gun Zone, hold on, brother. No Gun Zone put out a petition to bring the National Guard here in Philly. They got 800 signatures. I wonder who them 800 signatures came from. White people. Because white people want to see black and brown people get pulled over, racially profiled, and abused. That's what they want to see. And the people that run No Gun Zone, they're black people that don't understand the solutions for Philadelphia. So they feel as though they got to go to their white daddy, right? I'm going to show you something that the Most High said about that. If I could, can I get the book of, I think it's Ezekiel chapter 30? I think it's Ezekiel chapter 30 and verse 1. Let me see if that's the scripture that I want to get. 30. No. I think it's Isaiah chapter 30. Can I get Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1?
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Woe to the rebellious children.
The Most High said, woe means destruction to the rebellious children. City of Philadelphia, man, is full of rebellious children. Rebellious children. See, it's a sister that just passed away named Kata Scott. May she rise again. Right? This sister, because her family didn't have her in this school, this sister thought that it was wise to deal with some brother that a wannabe rapper, a wannabe gangster. And she gave this guy a chance. When, if she was in here, you want to know what she would have understood? Don't deal with a man like that. Don't deal with a brother like that. You understand? Allow your fathers and here to pick your man, because we going to protect you. See, in Islam, they would have you marrying some nigga that sell drugs. Am I lying, Officer Barzo? You go inside that masjid, they're gonna be like, yeah, you should marry brother Raheem. Raheem run 2 blocks in North Philly. He got one crack block, and the other block is heroin. He runs both of them. And because the imam and him got a tight connection, he's going to say, marry Raheem. Now you marry Raheem. Raheem beat the hell out of you, because in Islam, you can beat your wife, right? He sells drugs. So you don't know whenever the raid going to come or somebody is going to run down on him because they want to rob him. And you're going to be there. Do we need to explain how many sisters done died being in the passenger seat these last couple of years because they was dealing with some nigga? Well, I think one nigga, they said he was using her as a shield. He didn't even give a damn. We done seen sisters take charges for men. And the man, you know what the man does? Leave her high and dry and go mess with the next joint. And she fall for the same stupidity. You understand what I'm saying? The ISUPK need to choose your husband. We need to police who you giving your time to. If you're in Philadelphia, you need to get in class. You need to learn about this Bible. Clean yourself up. The scripture says, man, you must renew your mind. All that you thought that you knew about these religions, whatever, you need to forget it all. You need to put it all in a dumpster, light it on fire, and become a new person. Because that sister Kata Scott should have not have been unalived. A sister in the ISUPK don't have to worry about some Negro trying to unalive her because they dating and he's upset. You know what I'm saying, Barzo? Like, what sister you know we got to sit up there and be like, yo, man, we trying to find a sister. We can't find her. You know, she was with this guy. And now, you know, we signed on for that. You get what I'm saying? Even if a sister don't marry a brother in here, you understand, the sister still understands what a real man is because she had learned from the men of the Lord. That's why the Most High said, man, woe to the rebellious children. Let's keep going. Bubba Kishore.
Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel. Philly, y'all take counsel from Wallow, Gilly, who else? Speak Your Mind podcast. All these people, you'll watch these podcasts and you'll listen to everything they say. Even Quilly, I don't understand how anybody, if you're a grown man or a grown woman, I'm gonna be honest. If you find yourself agreeing with Quilly a lot, I question your maturity because Quilly is an immature man. You know, he went on he went on his podcast and social media and said that he would put hands on somebody if they tell him he's not Muslim. Do you know how many times people done told us that we not real Jews? So now I guess I should be emotional. I should be emotional and slap somebody because they told me I'm not a real Jew. Do that even make sense? You want to go to jail? You want to get put down for the rest? You know what I'm saying? You going to hit somebody. You know what I'm saying, Barzal? You want to hit somebody because they told you you're not a real Muslim. Do you know how super you sound? You want to also, and I put this on his page, and he seen my comment because he liked my first one when I said that Muslim men need to be more set a better example for the next generation. And my comment always get all the views on his post because I'm saying what's need to be understood. These Muslim men is not prepared to lead. So this is why trying to take counsel from your imam, from these political leaders, from your pastor is all a fallacy, man. is all going to lead you down the wrong path. It's all going to lead you down the wrong path. Quilly talking about he'll put hands on somebody. Speaking my podcast, man, I'll put my hands on you. And this is why Muslim men, Eids, I think they call it the Eid. The Eids get shot up and people fight and hate one another. We don't have that going on in our events. We don't have that going on. We don't need the police to civilize our events. When we had the Passover, we have thousands of people at those venues. We can't even have a venue inside no more. Let's get that in hand. You know what I'm saying? We can't even, we got to go outside. I'm happy that we're going to Houston. I kept saying, I was talking to the general. I was like, General, I don't think that we can do this inside anymore, sir. It's packed. You know what I mean? Like, it's packed. I think that we got to do this outside. Like, I was even talking to General, who was I talking to? Officer Murad. I keep saying Captain Murad. That means that it might be happening soon. But Officer Murad, man, I'm like, hey, I'm not going to even lie. I think that we should do the conviction center down Philly because that's how big the school have gotten. Because so many people is learning this truth and they starting to understand and see the truth that we've been saying since 1969. You understand what I'm saying? Well, when you go inside the Muslim mosque, you ain't coming out changing different. The police, I seen grown men pulling out their phones, recording kids fighting. If a man in the ISUPK seen two young boys fighting, you know what we try to do? We try to de-escalate the situation. We try to de-escalate. Hey, man, chill. You know what I'm saying? We gonna try, hey, man, like we brothers, like what the hell we doing? You know what I'm saying? Yo, chill out. Hold him, put him back, man. Yo, chill, man. It's good. Relax. That's what a man's supposed to do. Be a peacemaker. My fault, Barzal. Only the religion is perfect. He didn't have enough. He didn't have enough zeal to put the phone in his pocket or keep it in his pocket and just go to the young brothers and stop them. He didn't have enough zeal for that, Barzal. He didn't have enough zeal. That was too hard. I was right. That was too hard. That was too hard for that grown man to stop two young boys from fighting. It doesn't make sense. That grown man couldn't do what a man's supposed to do and stop two people from fighting. Two young people. You understand what I'm saying? If you see Banky and Zakar fighting, you gonna break it up, ain't you? You gonna hold on, brother. You gotta, hey brother, you got original. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I got you, brother. One second though. 1 second. I'm still teaching, brother. Let's just keep decorum, all right? So you going to make sure that you're going to make sure you stop that fight from happening, right? You either going to stop it yourself or you going to come get me or your mother, right? Come on, let's get that young brother a hand. And how old are you? How tell everybody in the class, how old are you? I'm 6. He's 6 years old, man. A 6-year-old has more common sense than a grown man in Islam. And that's a problem. That's a damn problem right there, man. And I'm gonna tell you why Islam don't work. Let's keep reading, if we could, Baba Gashar. They take counsel.
But not of me.
Let's keep going.
And that cover with a covering. But not of my spirit.
You cannot. I repeat, you cannot use Islam or Christianity to try to fix Philly. That's why None Gun Zone made a post talking about, we just need the National Guard. The National Guard came here. Let me tell you who's in the ranks of the National Guard. People that didn't want to go into the army. Sink that in your brain. They not ready for war. Only thing they are is foot cops with AR-15s. Am I lying? Bro, you know about the National Guard? Yeah, the National Guard is just police with AR-15s. So what they gonna come through? Most of them is out of shape. They don't do too much. You understand? They not the army. They ranks don't level up with the army ranks or the Navy ranks or the Air Force ranks or the Marines ranks. It don't add up. The man that is the head of the DOJ, Department of Justice, Pete Hexon. Pete Hexon was a captain in the National Guard. Let me tell you how idiotic this country is and how idiotic it was for No Gun Zone to say that we need to bring in the military. Let me tell you how stupid they are. Pete Hexon is in the Trump administration, and he said out of his own mouth that in front of generals and admirals of high ranks, I'm talking about war heroes, told them, yeah, you must be in shape. I shouldn't see you being out of shape. Mind you, these men have served in the military, achieved way more awards than Pete Hexon. He couldn't survive in their shoes. He was in the National Guard. So they got to listen to some cat that haven't reached the accolades that they reached. They, by right, they deserve to have that damn stomach. You understand what I'm saying? If they want a beard, they say, oh yeah, the beards gotta go. They deserve to wear a beard. They serve their country. Am I right or am I wrong? They serve their country. Who the hell is you to say anything about a veteran that served, that went overseas, that seen they closest friends die in front of them? You know what I'm saying? People died in their arms, having to put in work that is classified. Hold your point real quick. They had to put in work that's classified, where if you try to read that document, it's going to be blacked out. Every line is going to be blacked out. You understand? Hold your point real quick, brother. Hold on. You understand? Like these people were decorated soldiers. The people that people want to go to for help told them that pretty much what y'all did for America means nothing. So you want to go to Pharaoh and be under him, trust his counsel. Oh yeah, we send the National Guard in to make America great again. Since when America ever been great for us, nigga? The hell is you talking about? Go ahead, brother.
This is the thing I break it down. You just said the National Guard is this. I'm in prison, and my mind said to myself, I break it down. My mind said to myself, they got to repent from my sin.
You gotta get to your point because I still got.
This got to be understood in a way to where everybody's listening, understand, so we can break it down.
Yeah, but you got. Yeah, I understand, brother. But what I am going to have to ask you, because I'm teaching, can't be too long-winded. That's why I asked you if you could. Yeah, I just kind of need you to get straight to your point. That's all I'm asking. All right. Yeah, if you could. Yeah.
My wife tried to get in the National Guard when I took her to a prison for it means that anybody from the National Guard, they can die. And if you National Guard, you hate niggas in the ghetto, then fuck you, fool. If you remember the National Guard.
Yeah. And the National Guard. Yeah. So straight to the point is this: the National Guard, they deal with things that's more so on the border. National Guard is not being deployed around America. That's why most of the time National Guards is more so like reserves. National Guards don't really engaged in combat. Pete Hegseth, that he was a captain in the National Guard, is talking to men that are decorated soldiers of high ranks in the military, and he disrespected them. And black people and Hispanic people and Native Americans want the National Guard to come into their city so that their people can be ruled over. We already seen what's happened with ICE. But because people don't understand the Bible, when we don't understand the solutions, we'll go to the white man. I'm going to show you how the Lord said going to the white man and going to these religions leaders is the worst thing that you can do. Start from the top, sir, Bubba Shaw.
Woe to the rebellious children.
Woe to the rebellious children, meaning destruction. That's why Philly destroyed. Philly is destroyed because we are rebellious unto the Lord, man. We are rebellious. We don't want to listen. Philly, we want to live our best life. We want to do what the hell we want to do, and can't nobody tell us that we doing wrong. That's why you got Muslims and Christians being heavily emotional when you correct them about their community. But when they really look at the truth, if you, like Christ said, the truth will set you free. The truth is this: if you want your community to be better, you must be the example of what it means to be better. You can't sit up there and keep saying, oh, the religion is perfect. Not me. You know what somebody else is going to think? That, okay, well, I'm going to touch this woman inappropriately. She don't want me to do it, but I'm not perfect. The religion is. Right? This nigga didn't give me my money. I'm not perfect. The religion is. I'm going to go unalive him for that debt. He owed me $1,200. Do y'all know that a Muslim man was recently let out of prison? They gave him millions of dollars because he was found wrongfully convicted. Well, he came home. Somebody owed him some money. He unalived that person. $1,200 was the debt. And he unalived that person. And now he's in jail for the rest of his life. Because when you serve the Iraq and Mecca, which we all call Islam today, the religion is perfect, not you. So when you look in Philly, remember, only God can judge you. God knows my heart. Only the religion is perfect. It's going to be destroyed because you put on a covering that is not of the Most High. The covering of the Most High is strength. That's why people, when they see us in the ISUPK, they see a man that is strong. They see a sister that is strong. I remember my wife telling me, she was like, yo, man, you know, sisters naturally just come to me and just start venting because they say that they feel comfortable with me. Remember you told me that? You be at the workplace and people just start coming and talking to you about their problems because they sense the spirit of the Most High. They see the strength. They know that you're not going to talk about them behind their back. They know that you're a sister. You understand? In the ISUPK, believe it or not, white people respect us because we don't bow down and kiss their ass. We don't do that. We stand on 10 toes. I remember white people found out that I was an Israelite at work. I said, well, that's what I believe in. I don't bring it to work, so it's not a problem. That's my culture. That's what I stand on. People at my job now know that I'm an Israelite. Do you think I care? Hell no. And guess what? They still show me respect. Because the way how I move and how I operate, I demand it. And I don't have to tell you, you must respect me. No. You're going to look at my discipline, the way how I carry myself. When people see us, the ISUPK, when people come up to the camp, Officer Barzal, you know this to be true. How many times people were smoking and they put it out and they apologize? Or they unknowingly still smoking and they might have blew it in our direction or still got it. They're like, oh, man, my fault, man. And they go down to that ground and put that damn fire out. Barakatah wa Yahweh Shah, man. Like, that's what the hell we supposed to be doing. A Muslim, you gonna smoke in front of a Muslim. You gonna say, Assalamu alaikum, Ratulullah, Oragatu. Oh, you gonna say all that bullshit, and you wanna know what's gonna happen? You're like, yo, I keep bringing up Quilly. He's the perfect example of Islam. He's literally on live, giving the salams alaikum to the bull, and then the bull said, yeah, man, you know, I got the good price on that lean or the gas, whatever it was, you know, weed. And he said, alhamdulillah. And the bull started laughing, like, oh, yo, you drawing. Like, oh, yeah, my fault, man. You want to know what else Quilly also said? That you can eat pork. You can eat pork. That's what he said. He said, it's not the flesh. Y'all be too deep on it. Remember, the prophet such and such said, don't be too harsh on it. I'm like, yo, what the hell is you talking about? It's still pork. It don't matter how you cook it, how you boil it, it's still pork. But that's what happened when you lean on ignorance. When your foundation is full of holes and misconceptions and hypocrisy, contradictions. Well, I ain't even really get into the meat and potatoes of the topic tonight, Officer Barzal. Let's keep going.
Woe unto the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a cover, but not of my spirit, and that they may add sin to sin.
Again, what Quilly say? Quilly was like, yo, man, you can eat pork, you can eat pork candy. It's not pork. That's what he say. Quilly also said that he also gets high. He's on camera thanking God that he can get his fix. Like, that's the stupidity in these religions. And he's the poster child of Islam in Philadelphia. He's what you find in Islam. Like, when you look at an older, like, I remember I used to work with this older brother, right? Good dude, but he lacked wisdom. Like, I was older, I was teaching him things about life. You get what I'm saying? Where, yeah, he did time in jail, but if you did time in jail and you Muslim and you in there, like, that's your life, shouldn't an imam had you up the game? You get what I'm saying? You should be disciplined more than anybody. He wasn't. He was immature. He was stupid. And it was many times I had to tell him, why would you do something like that? Like, yo, I'm gonna tell you how crazy this was, right? He already knew that he was in hot water with my job. I'm walking through the fire escape hallways. This dude is literally laying on the floor. He's laying on the floor on his back. Mind you, dog, you just got out. You got responsibilities. What the hell is you laying on the floor for? And you know that this white woman walks through these hallways. People that live here walk through these hallways, and you're black. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like your level of intelligence scares me, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, it didn't make sense. But it does make sense, because when you're in these religions, you're going to do things that don't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? Adding sin to sin. You know what I mean? Muslim men I know that buy a vagina, they buy it. They buy a vagina. They go on that thing, wherever you, Craigslist, Blacklist, they go on there, or they have a girl that they have sex with on the regular. You know what I'm saying? They got a wife, they having sex with this prostitute. They give her money. Here you go. Let's go have some fun. That's what they do. Muslims and Christians. When that is against God, the Most High said, man, don't lay down with a whore. Don't do that. You understand? Don't buy prostitutes. And if you had any compassion, you would be trying to get that sister away from prostitution. That's what we do here in ISUPK. We teach sisters, hey, sis, you know, you don't gotta do that. You don't have to go sell your body, man. You need family, let us be your family. You don't gotta be a stripper. You don't gotta sell your body to get money. Your kids hungry, let us feed your kids. Let us help you. But please get away from that damn stripper pole. Please get away from that from that car. Because it's more to life. Go ahead.
Good. So basically, when said, the first or second time I seen him speak here, you said you, your job, mentioned your job. Now, that being said, financial stuff like that, insurance, I just bring me that pension job. Well, losing my job in America. Anytime I come to our food, these pension, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna leave, they got going on, they got a pension system for the rest of their life. Come into a new business, somebody going to give you a job. How you gonna figure that out?
Well, this what I'm gonna say. Yeah, so when it comes down to jobs, the main thing is, just the main thing is just making sure that you can have something in your pocket. It's because money is a defense. You get what I'm saying?
This is the beginning of us. This is.
You said it's the beginning. You said it's the beginning of us.
Us is 1969. This is third circuit. He has to come into the circuit dealing with the enemy.
Who? What's hold on.
Third circuit. Law class today. Law class is third circuit. Pennsylvania, Delaware, and New Jersey.
Okay, no sweat. What we're gonna do? We're gonna get back to the scriptures. Barzal, can you read verse 2, please?
God, that walk to go down into Egypt.
That walk to go down to Egypt. You go down to that mosque. You go down to that Christian church, that Catholic church. You go down to your politicians. You understand? You go and sign petitions like No Gun Zone to try to ask Pete Hegseth to bring the military into your community. Go ahead.
And have not asked at my mouth.
No Gun Zone didn't come to the ISUPK and ask, hey, should we make a petition for bring the National Guard in? You know what we would told them? Hell no. This is what you should do. We should make a video telling all Philadelphians if they tired of their child going missing every goddamn weekend because they want to go get high and go have sex with boys. If they tired of the just the pain that we all go through here in America, come get in class. 41 Garrett Road. We could have made a promotion video. They could have used one of our clips and say, man, if y'all really want to make a change, if y'all really want a solution, man, y'all need to get in class. And he should run that promo every effing day. Damn near every hour, if you ask me. Just run a bunch of videos of Commander Jenny and Hannah breaking down amazing things. General Hyman breaking down amazing things. Just run these two individuals day in and day out. Watch how fast Philadelphia would change. You already got the public eye. Tell them to come to us. We'll fix them. You hold your point. You on drugs? Let us help you get off of drugs. You understand? You in an abusive relationship? Come to us so we can help you get out of that abusive relationship. Right? You got kids and you don't got no father in that house. You having issues and problems. The man left you hanging or he passed away. Hey, bring them kids here. Bring yourself here, and we're going to be the father to those kids, man. We're going to be a brother to you. We're going to help you be able to get through the pain that you're going through, because that's what the priest is here for. That's why the Most High sets up the priesthood. The priesthood wasn't something just to be there to look good. No, priest's job was to go out and teach, to go solve differences between the people. The priests of the Most High is peacemakers. It said, blessed be the peacemakers. We make peace. We can easily stop the gang violence in Philadelphia. We can easily stop it if we can be able to sit down with these people. Now, the Muslim, hold on. I remember the imams tried to do it. I give them credit on that. They try to sit down with these young boys. Let me tell you what happened. They can't look at the Muslim mosque and say this is perfect because the Muslim mosque is not perfect. But if they come to General Hyman's, they would talk to a father that they never had before. They would hear the words of love from a father that they never heard before. See, in Islam, oh, we're Islamic brothers. We Muslim, man. We supposed to be brothers. In ISUPK, it doesn't matter what your religion is. If you Black, Hispanic, Native American by blood, you are my brother. When you go inside Islam, only a Muslim is your brother. Only a Muslim is your sister. There's no outreach to the community. See, when you read the Bible, it says, go in front of all Israel and teach my people about the things that they do that is wrong. Teach them the commandments and show them the way back home. That's what the Most High made the priests do. Why in Islam they don't do that? The Most High told us to go out in the street. Ezekiel lost his wife, because he wanted to be all booed up with his wife. The Lord was like, why are you not doing what I asked you to do? You know what? Since you don't want to put in the work that I ordered you to do, I'm going to take away your wife. And his wife died, and the Most High said, you better not cry. You better not feel remorse. You better put your damn garment on. You better go get your men, and you better go hit that damn street, or I'm going to take your life. You know what Ezekiel did? Khan. He had to stomach the fact that he lost his wife. He loved her. But the Most High wanted him to understand one thing. Love your people more. This is why Philadelphia is effed up, man. You going to people that don't love you. You going to people that love that mansion, love that car, love that wife, love their family. You know how many times people told me, yeah, man, only worry about me and mine. You know, as long as me and mine's cool, that's all I care about. You're a selfish bitch. Don't no man is supposed to be saying out his mouth, oh, I'm only worried about me and mine. You know, that's all I get. Oh, I care about. You a bitch. You're a domesticated bitch ass nigga. I'm going to just put it out there. Shouldn't no man, every brother should have on their damn boots, man. That's what I believe. Every man supposed to have on their damn boots. You're supposed to have on your boots and you're supposed to be active. Because we all we got. You can't complain about the problem and then you sit on the sideline and don't do nothing. At one point in time in history, Black men came together for a cause. And I understand why we are destroyed. And the reason why men lost a fight is because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. The white man took that fight out of you. The white man told you it was okay to get high. The white man told you it's okay for you to go into that religion. That's why we believe we can go in that religion. The white man told you that God is white, that Jesus Christ is white. And then when you get a kind of a rebellion bone in your body, oh man, that Bible, man, that's a white man's book. And you go to the Arabs and you let the Arabs teach you about what's righteous. Arabs can't even be trusted around kids. Y'all don't believe me? Let's go into it. Now we about to go into Islam.
If I could, before you start,
Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
let's say you think about myself, my boys, jobs, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I moved from all over the world, and they want to put their spirit that their daughters or their father show me can get by type in because what we're doing in the community in Philadelphia, more so Philadelphia. So if you got based on Islam, you don't have a job, so they really want to come here. And look at their kids, right? Now they know that that's why they don't come to Philly to be us. So I'm on the phone. I'm tired of like this stuff. They know something on the phone, bro.
Yeah, and these jobs, you know what I mean? Yeah, so to speak about the jobs, like the jobs is a job is a slavery. That's why in ISUPK, man, we call it a slavery. You understand? You must be there, and you got to work for this white man. You got to work for this heathen, man. You understand? Taxes. I mean, they hit you over the head with taxes. You understand? Like the more you make, the more they take. That is a real saying. You understand what I'm saying? And they also trying to tax the poor. So if you don't make over 50,000 a year, they're gonna tax you more just because you don't make enough. So why not make your life harder? We got to get this money from somewhere. The rich, we need our tax cuts. These people is not the way. And then when you look at in Islam, right? Islam is not teaching you that the white man is the devil. And I'm gonna tell you why you don't learn that in Islam. This is Al-Bukhari. This is in a hadith. It says that the Prophet married her when she was 6 years old. Muhammad married Aisha when she was he married her when she was 6, meaning that they had a contract like this is going to be my wife, right? When she has her period. And it says, and he consummated his marriage when she was 9 years old. Hashem said, I have been informed that Aisha remained with the Prophet for 9 years till his death. So 9 more years, she died. He died when she was 18 years old. Okay? So mind you, you're learning a religion from a heathen. He's a heathen. I can bring that up. If we could, sir. Can you get me boom, 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 boom? Boom, boom, boom. Can I get Psalms 147 and verse 19? Bubba Kishore.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 47, verse 19.
Yeah.
Verse 9.
19.
47 and 19.
Yep. Psalms 147 and 19.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
He showed his word unto Jacob. That's our forefather. The forefather of the Arabs is Ishmael, and the forefather of white people is Esau. Okay, that's their forefathers. Their forefathers didn't get the birthrights. They didn't get the covenant. We got the covenant. Our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not Ishmael. Ishmael, only thing Ishmael got was his own nation, and he got princes. But he didn't get no message. No prophets came from him. You cannot find one prophet that was not an Israelite, because this Bible is not all inclusive. But when you put on the covering that is not the Most High, you will believe that white people don't have to pay their price for what they done to us. You would think that they should get away scot-free because, you know, God knows everybody heart and nobody can be perfect. And we're not Israelites. We're just African Americans. We're just Latinos. We're just Native Americans. God can't have mercy on us and give us a fair trial. There's no way. No. The Most High is going to send Christ to help us. The Most High sent Christ to let us know that he's still with us and that it's going to come a time when he's going to return and we're going to be the ones in power. Kyrie?
God. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
He gave his statutes and his judgments unto Israel, man. He gave us the prophecies. He gave us the secrets of the universe. He gave us all of the tools to be a special people. And when you read all throughout the Bible, you see the great miracles that we was performing, the leadership. When I read the Quran, I don't see leadership. Can't nobody. That's why Muhammad was able to deal with a little girl. You know what he said? Nobody's perfect but the religion. I'm about to go have sex with this 9-year-old right now. That's what Muhammad said. You understand? You think that's something? Wait until we done with this verse. Keep going.
He has not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgment,
It said that he have dealt so with no other nation, meaning white people cannot be prophets of the Most High. Arabs in specific cannot be prophets of the Most High. Muhammad was he was a merchant. He was a merchant. That's all he was. He wasn't no messenger of God. Don't you know that Muhammad didn't understand the voice of a devil, a demon or Gabriel? He said that. He said, "Oh man, I was tricked." In the Quran, they worship the sun and the moon. I mean, the moon and the stars. That's why you see the moon and the stars. That's all pagan worship. Because what he was trying to do was encamp everybody and kind of compliment people in their false gods. Like, all right, you know what? You into that. Like, he was a finesser. That's all he was. He was like, oh, you into that. You know what? I got something for you. Yo, man, the crescent moon and the stars, man. We can keep that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. People that was Muslim had a problem with that. It was like, yo, we supposed to be serving one God, right? Well, why are we serving that God? That's a different God. And Muhammad was making all types of excuses for these gods that he wanted to worship. You can keep reading, sir.
and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
You're not known them, man. They've not known them. They don't know what the hell the Most High is talking about in his Bible. Why you think in Islam you don't keep the Passover? Why you think you don't keep the Passover in Islam? Because it is not a heathen custom. In order for you to have the Passover, you had to tell the truth about the hatred that the Most High have for Africans. You would have to say it. The Most High destroyed Africans to deliver us out of the hand of evil. The Most High, you understand, want us to remember the time that we got our temple back and from the Greeks having to fight white people. You know what that would have to tell people? That Greeks are evil. White people are evil. And the Most High hates them. The Most High don't have us celebrating where he unalives Israelites. You get what I'm saying? Like that's not it. In Islam, you don't keep God's high holy days. In the Christian church, you don't keep God's high holy days. None of them. You're going to keep whatever holidays your master told you to keep. So if you Muslim, you're going to keep Ramadan. And Ramadan is not a real fast. Ramadan is not a real fast. Ramadan is a bite-off version of the Day of Atonement. I said it early in this class. Muhammad was a liar. Muhammad also taught this too, that you can beat your wife. Let me read back in the hadiths. This is Sahih Muslim 21:27. Was it the darkness of, now this is Muhammad talking to Aisha. It said, was it the darkness of your shadow that I saw in front of me? And Aisha said, I said, yes. He struck me in the chest, which caused me pain. Muhammad out here beating on little girls. He's having sex with the little girl. And then he's also beating her. You do know that the people that was next to Muhammad also used to have wet dreams about this little girl. She was cleaning semen out of their garments because these people were such sexual deviants. That's why Sierra law is still prevalent heavy over in the Middle East. You can beat the hell out of your wife and you're fine. I seen this video. This Muslim woman was, I think she took a video. She did a video without a hijab on, right? She didn't have a hijab on. They showed a video. The next video, both of her eyes was puffy and closed because they beat the hell out of her. You know what she had on her head? The hijab. You know what everybody was saying in the comments? That's right. That's what you know what I mean? That's what you gotta do. That's Islam. Real Islam? See, T.K. Kirkland had it wrong. Real Islam is always going to be violent because it's violence against kids as well. I'll read it again. Was it the darkness of your shadow? Was it the darkness of the shadow that I saw in front of me? Like he asking her. Now he came into the bedroom, right? Give you the whole scope of what happened. Muhammad came into the bedroom with Aisha, right? Mind you, Aisha is a minor. He goes in the bedroom. He takes his jacket off, puts it at the corner at the end of the bed. He lays down. She's not really asleep, but she's acting like she's asleep, right? He gets up quietly and leaves. So now she's creeping behind him, like, what are you doing? Like, where are you about to go? Because she loved this man. She loves her abuser. Boom. Muhammad peeps that she's following him. So now he turns around. She turned around. Now she trying to jet back to the crib. Now let me ask you something. Why would a woman be afraid of her husband if she was trying to creep up on him? Why would she be afraid? I'm gonna ask you. Why would a woman be afraid of her husband trying to run back to the bedroom after trying to follow her husband footsteps where he's going? He leaving out in the middle of the night. She's running back. Why would she be running? I can't hear you. She's getting abused. Let's give her a hand. That little girl's getting abused. Why she's running back? And it says right here. He asked her, he said, was it the darkness of your shadow that I saw in front of me? She said, I said, yes. And he struck me on the chest, which caused me pain. And then said, did you think Allah and his apostle will deal unjustly with you? He hit her and asked her, you think that I ain't gonna get right with you? Like, this is Islam. This is Islam. Where the hell? I'm gonna give y'all where in the Quran where it says that you can beat your wife. Let me get that for y'all. Boom, boom. It's what is it? Anissa, the 4 and 3, 4 and 34. It says men are in charge of the woman by right of what Allah has given one over the other and what they spend for maintenance for their wealth. So righteous women are devoutly obedient, guarding in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, first advise them, meaning you tell her, yo, you chill out. You understand? He might curse her out. I'm talking about Muslim husbands, right? We know Muslim husbands for being violent. They're emotional. You understand? You go to jail, half of them niggas in that holding pod is in jail because they was beating on their woman. Let's keep going. But it says, boom, boom, first advise them. Then if they persist, forsake them in bed. So now he's saying, well, don't have sex with them. You know, give them a punishment. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you still want to be a damn dragon? All right, I ain't giving you no ride. Right? I think that's not evil, is it? Is that evil? Go ahead.
If I heard,
Is that, hold on real quick, just for time's sake. Is it evil for a man to withhold sex from his wife?
yeah, I don't know, man.
All right. Officer Barzal, you're an expert in women. Is it you're an expert in women. Is it unlawful to withhold sex from your wife? You say yes? All right. Put you on the spot. Is it unlawful for a man to refrain from sex from his wife? Okay, I'm gonna give you the answer. It's not unlawful. I'm gonna tell you why. The same way a woman can say, all right, I'm not giving up the tail. Now, here's the thing. You got some people that would say, well, you can take it from a woman. That's a lie. It says in the scriptures, it says the man's body is the woman. If you're in a relationship, your body is your wife's. You don't have control over your body. You understand? Your woman, she has control over that rod. And you got control over our box. Now, that doesn't mean that you withhold for long periods of time. You get what I'm saying? So in the scriptures, let's say a woman is holding out on her husband, right? They take her to counsel. Hey, man, she ain't trying to give me the box. You know what I mean? Priest go ahead to come intervene. Well, what's going on? What's the problem? Well, you know, he ain't been doing nothing right around the damn house. I'm just not in the mood. He this and that, he this and that. And what the counselor, well, that priest is going to do, he's going to try to situate the situation. You understand? Let's say, I don't know, y'all had this real bad fallout, right? Let's say you had this real bad fallout. Let's say that he in the wrong, you in the right. You have the right to say, look, I don't want to have sex, right? But you don't have the right to withhold sex from that man forever. You understand? Now, of course, some situations going to have to go to counsel. All right. But in Islam, they say withhold sex from the woman, which is not wrong, right? You just got to have a good reason to, right? For brothers, I know I ain't really speak too much on it. Like, let's say, I know your woman is being a dragon, right? She just being straight up evil towards you. Well, you know, you like one of those things is, you know what? Until you start acting like you got some damn sense, this how I'm moving. You ain't getting no ride until otherwise. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So I found the scripture. It was like 1 Corinthians 7:5.
Go ahead. Look, she found that scripture. She said, hold on, what you mean? Go ahead.
So what do you, because it says like it's telling us do not withhold unless it be for like praying or fasting. So I'm thinking it's like maybe it is unlawful if you just do it out of bitterness.
Okay, it got to go to counsel. If, like, okay, let's say you withhold from your man, right? Let's say you withhold from a man. A woman withholds sex from a man. She has to have a valid reason. Got to have a valid reason. It's like as a man in a relationship, a man is supposed to give the balance. He's over the woman, he's over the children. Now, you don't want to reward, a man shouldn't reward a woman if she's not being a good wife, right? She's not being a good mother. You don't reward bad behavior. Because what happened is, this is what happened. The Lord says, don't go into jealousy over a woman, right? You got some brothers that would, how can I say it? You got some brothers that should do the right thing by setting a boundary and setting down discipline, right? When it comes down to his wife, but instead he rewards her because he's weak. He doesn't see, like, some men fear that she will go have sex with another man. So instead of him standing on principles, he's going to cower down. But if he say, you know what, I'm sticking to my guns. Listen, I ain't taking you out. I ain't giving you no ride until you start acting like you got some damn sense. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, she got an issue with it. What Christ say? If you feel like you've been offended by any way, take it to counsel, right? You take it to counsel, or vice versa. It can be for a man. That man ain't doing what he's supposed to do as a husband. He being wicked, whatever the case may be. You can withhold. You can like, nah, I'm cool. I ain't trying to get down like that with you. Not right now until you start, treat me with respect, or, you start doing what you need to do as a man. And that's understandable because it can teach someone something like, yo, you got to step up, or you got to respect me. You get what I mean? But the way how Islam take it, totally different. And we're going to read. So it says, first advise them. Then if they persist, forsake them in bed, and finally strike them lightly. But if they obey you, once more, seek no means against them. Indeed, Allah is ever exalted and grand. Let's rewind it back a little bit. It says, forsake them in bed, and finally strike them. Now, in the Bible, I want somebody to show me where God told you to smack a bitch. Oh, she's acting like a bitch. Smack the hell out of her. Where is that in the Bible? You can't pull that up in the Bible. You're not supposed to put your hands on your woman. You understand what I'm saying? You're not supposed to. A woman not supposed to put her hands on a man. Like, what the hell is we talking about? So with Muhammad beating the hell out of Aisha all the damn time, because of course she's a kid. You get what I'm saying? Like he was dealing with her when she was like a preteen, a teenager. What we all know about teenagers? They hard-headed as hell. You know what I'm saying? He telling her, yo, I need you to go do this. Aisha like, I ain't trying to do that. I mean, I ain't trying to do that, man. I'm trying to go hang out with my homegirls down the block. I'm like, yo, man, they're not. All right, no ride. Then it's times that Muhammad probably just smacked it. Then I tell you to take your ass in the damn house. Why you hit me like that? It was light. It was a light slap. I didn't hit you that hard. You don't think that men? Hold on, real quick. You don't think men ain't going to say that slap wasn't hard? You understand what I'm saying? I didn't even hit you that hard. She's sitting there holding her face, blood gushing all out of her damn head, because Muslim men is learning from a wicked individual. You had something good?
So people that what you're saying is correct about this probably just as ancient, but more so traditional.
Yeah.
These men that wrote this Bible, they don't have that problem because they're traditional. So they're over here and they wrote the Declaration of Independence and law that now the Constitution says, oh, a crime, a passion. Oh, yeah. Today it's just boom.
Yeah. Like in the Quran, the water, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like in the Quran, it's fine for you to abuse a woman, right? You don't even have to, like, little girl. Don't. I know that in Islam. Hold on, brother. And in the Arabic world, I know that little girl was afraid to let it be known that they had a menstrual cycle, because they believe that when you have your period, that's when you're a woman. Like, Alra, let me ask you a question. Can you imagine trying to be in a full-blown relationship when you first got your menstrual cycle? Like, can you imagine that? That's insane, ain't it? You still probably pissed to bed. You know what I'm saying? You barely know how to make a bowl of cereal without spilling milk every goddamn where. You get what I'm saying? It is evil. It's evil. You know I'm telling the truth. It's evil as hell. Like I always ask Muslims, why are you learning from a man that found a little girl playing with Barbies attractive? She was playing with doll babies, and he said, I like her. You know who else had that mindset? Donald Trump. I don't, for the love of me, when I see black people trying to parade for Donald Trump, I say use a different kind of special. Use a different kind of special. Go ahead.
He's trying to make the consenting age 14.
He's trying to make the consent age in America 14 years old. Good night. In some states it's 16, 15. And when you go on the internet, go look at the pedophile list in your neighborhood. So many damn dots is gonna pop up. So many damn dots. Hold your point, brother. Like it's disgusting. And knowing that most Muslims, when they go to jail, most Muslims, what they going to do to a pedophile? They're going to abuse them and unalive them. That's what Muslims do. But here's the thing. You do that, and then you turn and pray to a rock because a pedophile taught you that's how you're supposed to move. And then you would have all types of, well, that was the times back then. Would you accept Muhammad now trying to teach you this in year 2025? Would you follow him now, knowing what times it is? And he can't answer the question. So I said, I guess you would have let Muhammad marry your daughter if you was back then. You know that we had a Muslim tell us in person that he would. We was 2 seconds off of beating his ass in that chicken spot. He said, yeah, I'll let Muhammad, if it was back then, yeah, I'll let Muhammad marry my daughter, 9 years old. I said, yo, what's up with you? Like, you ever seen like on World Star when somebody is just not understanding that they about to get jumped and they just get jumped? All of us in that chicken spot was ready to whoop his ass because those type of men are disgusting. And that's what that religion produces, man. That's what most people that is Muslim, they got it from jail. Jail, that's why they call it jailhouse religion. And because black people in the ISUPK, we so revolutionary, they think that we a jailhouse religion based too. Nigga, yeah, we got criminal records. Yeah, nigga, we didn't rob people, shot people, got shot, probably kidnapped somebody for ransom. Yeah, we did all that. We sold drugs. Yeah, we did all that. But guess what? We changed. And we don't try to charge it to the religion. We charge it to ourselves if we do wrong. That's me. I did wrong. The Most High don't want me to do that, and I'm going to get it right. See, that's what the Bible is all about. The Bible is always about redeeming yourself, getting yourself together. That's why we had to go to the priest and give our best for a sacrifice for our sins. That's why Christ had to come so that we can have another chance at life. Christ died on the cross for us, and we're going to trade all his sacrifice in for some stinking ass Arabs. Excuse my language. Forget Muhammad, man. Forget the white power structure. We need to come together. That's what Philly need. Philly need to come together. This is book right here I got right here, Babylon at Timbuktu. This is page 48. This is Islam and Judaism. Let me tell y'all what when Rudolph Windsor, a black man that graduated from Temple University, and he wrote this book, man, and he looked into Islam, he looked into Judaism, and he saw how both of them was a big fat lie. Let me break this down. The Prophet Muhammad adopted many principles and laws from the Jewish religion. When he says Jewish, he's talking about black people. First of all, the basic idea of monotheism, all right, meaning a one God structure, all right, which the Israelites always had from the beginning. We didn't have all these different gods. Everybody else always had different gods. So when it comes down to the Israelites, we always believed in one God. When you look inside the Christian church, it's the Holy Trinity, or God and Christ is gods. And God is Christ, and Christ has a father. Christ prays to himself. Christ is a maniac according to the Christian faith, right? Which is all lies. All right. So again, this brother understood history. He looked into history. We're going to deal with the facts. The Jewish confession of the unity of God is Shema Israel Adani Elihu Adani Ahad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord of our God, the Lord is one. The Mohammedan slogan is as follows: La ilaha Allah Muhammad Rasul Allah. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is the prophet of Allah. Muhammad adopted also the main details of the Jewish calendar, the Day of Atonement, the Sabbath, much of the Bible and narratives from the Midrash, and many points of the ritual law. Incidentally, the Jews prayed 3 times a day facing the city of Jerusalem, and Muslims, true believers, pray 5 times a day facing the city of Mecca. Now, here's the thing. There's no law saying that you got to pray 3 times a day in the Bible, but that was something that we did at that time in that area, right? Was just how we did it. You get what I'm saying? And he saw that Israelites were praying 3 times a day. He said, well, they facing Jerusalem. Well, we're going to pray 5 times a day. And originally, they was praying towards Jerusalem as well. You understand what I'm saying? I believe Solomon made the decree that all Israelites pray towards facing the temple. You understand? Praying and facing the east. All right. I could be mistaken, but I know I stand corrected. All right. Boom, boom. Trying his best, Muhammad sought to convert the Jews to his new religion. Now, of course, what people always want to do, try to infiltrate. Right? They want to infiltrate. They want us to be a part of their countries, want us to be a part of their business. Don't never get it misconstrued. DEI was the best thing that happened to white power structures in America. You want me to tell you why? Because black people and Hispanic people are the best workers on the face of the earth. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are the best workers on the face of the earth. You understand? I know when my wife going to that workspace, I know that she's the best worker there. Nobody can outwork her. Give her a couple weeks, she's gonna outdo her managers. You understand what I'm saying? I see Officer Barzal, whatever he does at that job, I know that he does it the best. I know when I look at the construction business, I know that Hispanics get the job done quicker, more efficiently. You understand? And have way more knowledge than any white man on that job site. You understand what I'm saying? Black and brown people are the creme of the creme. You know what I mean? Like we are the best thing that ever grew out of the damn earth. We make the world what it is today. We are the trendsetters. We are the innovators. We are the educators. We are the scholars on the face of the earth as we speak. The ISUPK reigns supreme in academia. Can't nobody beat us. We are the top scholars of the world. Hold your peace, brother. We are the top scholars in the world. Let that sink in. Captain Tazariak haven't lost a debate yet. Commander Jenny Hanna haven't lost a debate yet. So do you know what that means? God never lost a debate yet. Hold your peace, brother. That's what it means to serve the Lord. You represent the Lord. That's why we say we come in the name of our King. When the ISUPK, when we out doing business, when we go out down and teach, we coming in the name of the Lord. We're coming in the name of our King, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, known as Jesus Christ. We coming in his name. You understand? Hold your peace, brother. We coming in the name of the Most High, man. We come to represent him. So when people in Philly look at people in Islam, they don't People in Islam, you see them, you just see Raheem, Abdul. You see Abdul. Abdul, that nigga, all he do is sell drugs and shoot people. Who he coming in the name of? Allah? I guess so, because the religion is perfect, not him. Right? But here in the ISUPK, a woman gotta present herself correctly because she's coming in the name of Christ. She's coming in the name of the Most High. She represents something greater than anything on the face of this earth. The men, the children, we all understand that we must uphold ourselves to a different stature of people. That's important. Because when you look in the Christian church, it's a pastor, it's a bishop right now that's going viral because he told a follower, let me tell you how evil this dude is. She came up. So I guess he had a structure of everybody supposed to come up and bring their money. And he don't want people to just come up and bring this amount of money. No, do it the correct way. I want it in order. I want my money in order. Your hard-earned money, I want it all in order. Give it to me in order. He checked this woman in front of her grandson. She bust her ass to give him $1,250. She gave him that envelope and he said, "Where's the rest?" No, I told you I want 1,001. 1,001. He checked her. He humiliated her to the point where she on the social media trying to defend him, saying, "Oh no, he had a certain way that we were supposed to do it." He's a wicked bastard. Because why would you ever try to humiliate a sister? Why? Like, she's giving you money. She's giving you the money. Just take it. Say thank you. Give her a hug. Give the young man a dap. Thank you. Let's get his sister a hand. She looking out. No. But you see how you was ready to give her a hand, right? Let's get that brother a hand. He got compassion. He got love. You know what I mean? That pastor need to have the love that you have for your people. He need to have that type of love in him. You understand? Hold on real quick. He need to have the love that you got for your people. You understand what I'm saying? Because you would have took that money and you would have hugged that sister and you would have thanked her, right? Because she's giving back to you. She's giving you the money. Her hard-earned money. You know what she had to do to get that money. And she's in her Sunday's best in a nice little dress. She got a grandson. Would you disrespect that sister? You'll congratulate that sister. This is why you need to be in leadership and not him. This is like them imams need to retire. They need to put down that kufi. They need to tell all of their followers to get in this class right here because they don't have the answers. And I'm gonna give you some more about the leadership of Islam. How can you say that you're a Muslim and you love God and all of this nonsense, and you have 1 year, granted, the Eid it's the celebration of the last day of Ramadan, where everybody break their fast and they eat, they come together. Let me ask you something. How come the men didn't say, "Hey, let's hold down this event. Let's be secure. Let's do our own security. It's enough Muslim men in this city. Let's get all the Muslim men. Let's come together. If you own firearms, go get your firearms. Let's put on, this armor of Allah, whatever you want to call it, and let's secure our events. Let's make sure that nobody fights, nobody shoots. Let's make sure that we do what we need to do as men of this Muslim community. You wanna know why they didn't have that thought in their mind? Because the Lord ain't with them. The Lord ain't with them. The Lord ain't with them at all. They don't give a damn about other Muslim families. Commander Janihana gives a damn about all blacks and brown and Native American people, to the point where any class you come to, any event, you're gonna be protected. You under us, we're gonna protect you. You call on to us, ask them celebrities when they call us to protect them, how protected they feel. Because now you're under our watch, you're under our care. We're gonna make sure a fly don't land on you. And make, you know what I'm saying? A fly can't land on you without us sitting up there checking it. Because we are going to secure and make sure that you're safe. And we are in the job of making sure that every Black, Hispanic, Native American under our care is protected. But if Philly wants to continue to go down the wrong path, I mean, Philly, look at the family court downtown. Is Islam really helping? Is Christianity really helping? I don't think so. I think that Christianity is destroying the community. I think that Islam is destroying the community. How can we listen to a pastor that molests children and Muhammad who molests children? How can we listen to either one of them? We got to start getting back to the Most High. Let me, if I could, can I get Romans 12:2? Romans 12:2. Bubba Shaw.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
By the what?
Renewing of your mind.
By the renewing of your mind. Better renew your mind, man, and get that filth out of it. Get that hatred out of it. I remember, man, I used to get so high back in the day, man. I used to be so high, and I used to just think about hurting people that betrayed me. I used to think about it. I was like, I'd be in the clouds and all, just like, until I got into the school and I realized that all that was Satan trying to get me to go do something stupid. I remember one time I traveled down my old neighborhood trying to unalive somebody. I remember, and then son was just like, nigga, go home. Like, nigga, do you know that you just walked all the way from Upper Darby all the way down here just to do something stupid? Because you that full of rage, you so damn angry. And I was like, man, let me take my ass home. What the hell am I doing down here? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's something that when we getting high, or we just in the world, that's why the Lord said, man, love not the world. Because when you love the world, it's going to destroy you. It's like a slow drip of poison. It might not destroy you immediately. It can slowly kill you. You think that, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and have sex with all these females. There's gonna be that one female that's gonna show you that you should not live that lifestyle. You can have all the women. You're gonna end up getting burnt. Or she try to destroy your life with them kids. Or she try to get another man to unalive you. There's many men that is dead because they dealt with a woman that was a fool. The way of this world is foolish, stupid. It don't make sense. That's why the Most High said, man, renew your mind. Renew it. Change the way how you operate and how you move. Because, hold your peace. When you keep the mindset like most people here in Philly, right? Everybody got these big old egos. Everybody think that they so rich. Nigga, you ain't rich. How you rich? Your house is no more than $100,000 on the market. You ain't rich. What is you passing down to your kids? You own property? Huh? You own businesses? What is you passing down? You got a health insurance policy that is going to give them a million. I'm talking generational wealth like white people got. And these other nations got. They got wealth. But people here in Philadelphia got these big old egos. Oh, because you look good. You're better, and like you're such this big shot. When your kids are stupid. Your kids are stupid. Your kid is in the fourth grade and can't read a damn kindergarten book. Can't read a damn lick of anything. People in Philly, we got these big old egos. We taught the most trash. But when I look inside your home, how many kids do you have by multiple? You on your third, fourth baby dad. You can't even keep a man in the house. Nigga, you can't keep a woman. Like, it's so many issues in Philly. Hold your peace, brother. It's so many issues in Philly that I can speak on. There's so many issues I can speak on. Niggas, like, okay, you know that this chick is a jump off. She's a whore. You go and cuff her, and then you want to get mad. You all upset. You all out of whack because she's taking you to child support and she keeping the kid away from you. Nigga, all she used to do is twerk and drink Hennessy and Casamigos on the weekend. You see her on social media. All she's doing is turning up. Her whole page is nothing but horror pics, and then you go and you cuff her. This is the intelligence of Philadelphia men. This is the intelligence of Philadelphia men, because we in the world, we in religion. We think that we are smart. We think that we understand life. You don't understand life. That's why the ISUPK is here. Again, y'all niggas, y'all listen to us, you will stay away from family court. You will stay away from family court. If you listen to us, you won't deal with you won't have to worry about your family, because your family will be have structure and order. You understand? Sisters, if you get in class, you don't have to worry about a man mistreating you. You understand what I'm saying? And if a man does mistreat you, you can take his ass to counsel and get it corrected. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's protection here for men and women and children. We protect who is under us. Officer Barzal, he's over me. Guess what? He gonna make sure I'm straight. He gonna make sure I'm moving correctly. And if he see me moving incorrectly, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna correct me. Because that's the whole thing about leadership. A nigga ain't gonna see me up there having sex with whores in school and then say, yeah, she a badge on. Brother gonna be like, brother, what the hell is you doing with that? What is you doing? Why are you messing with this hoe? Nigga, she's a hoe. What is you doing? Hey, y'all, we got to holler at, man. We about to take this to council. You know what I'm saying? Because that's love. In religions, all you got to say is, yeah, man, I know I'm with this hoe. You know, I'm smashing on this hoe right here and all these other hoes. Man, I'm not perfect. The religion is. You know what that's going to do? You're going to teach your sons how to be with whores. My kids ain't going to see me dealing with whores. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't going to see me getting high. But if you're in a religion, if you're not in a school, guess what your kids going to see you doing? Getting high, beating on your wife. They're going to see you selling drugs. Did I say using drugs? They're going to see you using drugs. You understand? They're going to see you a liar. You know what I mean? They're going to see that you don't hold any wisdom. You ain't going to give them anything. You just going to give them what the rest of the world want to give. All right? Brother, what you want to say? We about to wrap it up.
Knowing where they built the White House, so we can see everything's next they built because they look like us. That means they're there. cheapest they agree based on the schematics, the right hand probably gave you, you don't know. Don't read it basically, man. I hate that. I hate that right here, just two case. And what is the experience of that? ISUPK, the Catholic Pope, and we're going to South America.
All right. No sweat. No sweat, brother. Thank you. So listen,
I think I don't feel about me, but I'm just going to say.
it's all good, brother. So I'm gonna end it here. With this. Give y'all some words of encouragement. Study. Scripture says, study to show yourself approved. You want to always study. Take some time out and watch the ISUPK videos. You can watch a class. Just have it on your headphones or in the background somewhere, and write your notes. Like, you might come across something. Dang, that was a good scripture. Boom, write it down. Right, and then later you go and review those scriptures. And what's going to eventually happen is you're going to gain so much understanding of the Bible, because these classes is 24/7. You get what I'm saying? Like, we got so many classes, man. You can, for a whole year, you can just watch nothing but UPK videos, camp videos, debates, the whole nine, because all of this information is out there so that you can learn. All right. In these days of times, man, be mindful, pay attention to the news, watch Commander Jenny Hanna show. Of course, watch the news. Don't just watch one news outlet, watch them all. Find the truth, unbiased websites, man, that gives you all the understanding of what's going on in these politics. Right now, a lot of people tripping out about food stamps. Some people, food stamps going to be cut off, the whole nine. Keep a track of what's going on with these programs that they shutting down and cutting back on. Hold on, brother. You got always, Salaki, brother. Always, you cannot just speak out in the class. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you. Make sure you stay in tune to the news, seeing what's going on in this government, because right now it is very, very, very troubling times. And before you know it, healthcare can go up in the blink of an eye. Food stamps can be cut. All right. Kids might lose school lunches. You know what I mean? Medication can rise, the whole nine. Just pay attention, because this administration, man, the Lord is using this administration to destroy America. And one thing you don't never want to be is behind the 8 ball. Tune in with the ISUPK. And with that being said, shalom. You can clip it.